Does it make sense to take out a 401k loan and apply it to your mortgage? Hey there, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the big question of the day is, should I take a loan from my 401k and apply it to my mortgage? And that way I could pay it off early, right? Now, listen, over the years, I've been asked this question a lot, and even you may be thinking about the same thing, so let's get into it. But first, let's talk about the mechanics of a 401k loan. You see, not all 401k plans have a loan provision, so you may not be able to do it. But if your plan does offer a loan provision, then when you take out a loan from your 401k, you are borrowing money from yourself, not a bank, or the 401k company. So it's your money that you're borrowing from, and when you take a 401k loan, you don't pay tax on that loan or the 10% penalty. That's pretty good, right? The maximum amount you can borrow is 50% of your 401k or $50,000, whichever is less. So it's entirely different than just making a withdrawal. But just like a loan with a bank, eventually you have to pay that money back with interest. Now, the interest charged is usually the prime rate plus a couple of percentage points. So it could be 5 or 6 or 7% interest, and you have 5 years to pay it back into your 401k. And if you don't pay it back in 5 years, the amount outstanding would be considered a withdrawal, and you would have to pay taxes. And if you're under 59.5, you pay a 10% penalty. Now, I have helped a lot of people over the years work through this, and I want to say everyone's situation is going to be different. But in my opinion, in my experience, it rarely makes sense to take a 401k loan to pay down your mortgage. And oh, by the way, check out this link for more info on the pros and cons of a 401k loan. That's going to give you a little more information. So here's the thing. One of the biggest drawbacks of doing this is you are taking funds out of your retirement account, and it could be potentially losing years worth of growth on that money. For example, if your 401k accrues interest rate of around 10% over a 35-year period, the money you're taking out could have potentially doubled itself 3 to 5 times over. And the returns you're missing out on, they're going to be much larger than the original sum that you withdrew. Now, I know that's a hypothetical, but that's the stock market. And the stock market has a pretty good long-term track record. Now, the other thing to think about is how many years are left on your mortgage. If you are in the later stages of your mortgage, then more of your payment is going towards principal and less towards interest. So remember, by taking a 401k loan, you have to pay it back in 5 years. And you could still have your mortgage payment on top of that. So I'm saying if you can make those payments back to the 401k loan, why not just make extra payments on your mortgage without taking out the loan? You know, before taking out a 401k loan to pay down your mortgage, consider other ways of reducing that debt, such as making more than the minimum payment. Pay an extra payment each year, which is called the biweekly mortgage, and I'm going to leave a link about that up here. You could refinance to a shorter term or something called recast your mortgage, which means making a large lump sum payment, having the lender readjust the balance and repayment schedule. So here's the thing. I just think there are too many risks involved with taking out a 401k loan. Like, if that loan is not paid back within the 5 years, then the remaining amount would be treated as a distribution, and you got to pay taxes on it. And if you're under 59.5, you'd pay a 10% penalty. Or what if you left your employer or you got fired? Then with most plans, that loan would have to be paid back within 60 days, or else, again, it would be treated as a distribution, and thus you got taxes and that possible 10% penalty. So, a lot of things to consider here, and it should be weighed out very, very carefully. If you need help with this, I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can just reach out to me. We could have a one-on-one and talk about your particular situation. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.